Good evening, you're watching Estuary News. Coming up, we visit Hull to learn why a safety video on oxygen therapy was made. And we visit a garden in Waltham, which is opening for charity. And my guests tonight are Sam Tyson and Gareth Pirrie from Grimsby Ice Hockey Club. Welcome to Estuary News. I'm Emma Lingard. Now it's over to Richard Morris for the news headlines.
Hello there. Police are seeking information after an alleged serious sexual assault took place on Wednesday morning. The incident is alleged to have taken place at 1 a.m. on Wellhome Gallery in Grimsby. Police are now seeking for any information from the public in connection with the incident. Police are also seeking information after a spider crane and associated lifting chains was stolen from Tata Steel in Scunthorpe. It happened at some point between 2 p.m. on Saturday and Monday morning, and at the firm's coal handling plant on Dawes Lane. It's believed that it must have been stolen using a flatbed truck. A container was then forced open, which stores a variety of equipment, including the crane's lifting chains. A forklift was then used to load the turquoise crane. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Humberside Police. Firefighters in Scunthorpe are being equipped with the skills to pick locks in a bid to save time when it comes to gaining access to a property. The housing social enterprise OnGo are carrying out the training with staff from Humberside Fire and Rescue. It's hoped it will reduce the number of doors being damaged and save housing providers money as they are required to recoup the cost.
As time's moved on and construction's become better and things like that, we're finding it more and more difficult to get into people's doors, and we use a sort of quite an old-fashioned technique. Smashing the door in damages the frame, it damages the door, and really it should be easier than that for everybody.
And finally, it's the time of year again where villages look their best in the region. That's because Britain in Bloom judging is back across the region, and this year Hayborough have had their judging first. They've been understandably nervous, but are now thrilled to be able to show off what they've been doing to the judging panel.
We're in Bloom judging today. Hopefully we got a bronze last year, so I'm hoping for a little bit better this year. It does encourage us to do, to go on to next year. I keep saying I'm not going to do it next year, but every year I said that last year, but depending on what we get and the support in the village, we will, hopefully carry on.
That's all from me, and I'll be back with more news soon. Bye for now.
Thank you, Richard. For people with conditions such as emphysema, it's a vital treatment, but using compressed oxygen therapy can also be incredibly dangerous. An incident in Hull in 2013 inspired the creation of a safety video, which is now being shown around our area, as Dave Nunn went to find out.
Compressed oxygen is a necessity for people with certain medical conditions. However, it can also be incredibly dangerous without proper precautions, which local authorities aim to educate people about with a safety video.
Well, the film came about because of an incident we had in 2013 where tragically a patient died following smoking on his oxygen. Following joint visits by the fire service and the home oxygen service, we gave a lot of information and education, but tragically this didn't work. So I had a eureka moment while sat in the car and decided that something else needed to be done to try and prevent such incidents occurring.
The video has been made in a collaboration between the City Healthcare Partnership, Humberside Fire and Rescue and students from Hull College after the aforementioned incident. The oxygen is vital for people suffering from problems such as emphysema, and the fire service say it's important to prevent potential accidents.
Prevention is a major part of our work now, and keeping patients who are on oxygen safe is something that we do on a daily basis. We work very closely together. The partnership working that we do is all around keeping people safe and ensuring that they're using things like oxygen without having any untoward incidents.
The safety video is very serious and hard-hitting in nature, featuring distressing images and a serious message like cigarette packages. However, the parties involved say that a hard-hitting, realistic message is what's needed on topics like this.
Yeah, a lot of these patients that smoke are used to hardened information, and a lot of health issues are ignored. So we decided to go on the angle of looking at not injury to themselves but potential injury to others, and the film highlights the injury to a third party, which unfortunately is the grandson who dies, and we felt that would be more hard hitting than actually looking just at injury itself.
Most importantly, they say the video will have a wide-reaching message that will make people on oxygen therapy more cautious.
Certainly,
I
think
hope
it
so.
will. Yeah, I think with the intervention work that we're doing with patients and members of the community, where we're looking at changing behaviour to save lives, that we're really pushing, and things like hard-hitting messages like this in someone's home, they're going to be delivered on tablet devices direct to the patients and their families, and they'll then be aware of the risks and the consequences regarding using oxygen and not being safe while they're using it.
Ice hockey has been hitting the headlines in our region. Only last week, after it was announced the Hull Stingrays were to cease, the Hull Pirates arose from the ashes. In Grimsby, the town's ice hockey club, which has been in existence since 1932, is seeking new members. And joining me are players Sam Tyson and Gareth Pirrie. Welcome both to the studio. First of all, Grimsby Ice Hockey Club, it is made up, I understand, of lots of different clubs. So who do you actually play for?
I play for the under-18s in Grimsby Red Wings.
Okay.
I play for the same team, under-18s.
The same team. And considering I am so ignorant about ice hockey, just tell me, Sam, what position do you play?
I play centre.
Okay.
Yeah.
I play right wing.
Okay, so how many teams altogether does the ice hockey club have?
In the Grimsby Red Wings, it's a junior club, and within the Grimsby Red Wings we have the under-18s, 16s, 14s, 12s, and then 10s and the beginners as well.
Okay, so there's quite a lot of clubs that people can choose from,
Yeah, there
isn't
are,
there? And the teams itself, do you all play in a league?
Yeah, we play in the Northern League. There's the Northern League, and there's an A League and a B League, and we play in a B League.
Okay, and shall I ask Gareth, how successful have the Red Wings been?
Reasonably successful.
Yeah?
We recently played in a tournament at Sheffield and we came third out of teams from all around the country.
Okay, so that's
pretty good.
a pretty good achievement, isn't it? And just, Sam, how long have you actually been playing ice hockey?
I've played since the first year of under-14s, so about 6 years now.
Okay, and what about you, Gareth?
I started playing first year under-16, so I've been playing 4 years now.
Okay. Now, just out of interest, what attracted you to ice hockey then?
Well, my uncle plays for the adult team at Grimsby and is also our coach, so going down to watch his games, and it just interested me. I thought I'd start it up.
Yeah, and what about you?
I saw it at the Winter Olympics in 2012.
Right.
And I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd give it a go.
Yeah. I mean, what is it like when you're out there on the ice then?
Pretty quick. It's quick sport, ice hockey.
Yeah.
And you've got to have your wits about you where you're playing.
Yeah.
It's very energetic.
Yeah. And did you know anything about ice hockey then when you decided to join after watching it?
No, I didn't even really know we had a team. I asked my dad if I could start playing.
Yeah.
We found the local team, which is closer than I expected.
Yeah. And then that was it for you?
Yeah. Started coming on the beginner sessions.
Right, yeah.
Just got into it from there.
So again, I know you said you had relatives playing the sport, so you probably had a bit of an advantage there. But, you know, could you skate before you joined the team?
No, I couldn't. I started going down on a beginner session, and then they taught me everything I needed to know.
Right.
Like skating, stick handling, shooting, all sorts. So you don't have to have experience to play.
Okay.
You can just start out as a beginner.
Right. So, because I suppose for anybody that is thinking, yeah, it sounds really good, they don't have to worry about never having set foot on the ice before at all.
Not at all.
Okay. And we always said, you know, you said it's fast, but it also can be quite brutal, can't it?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
Few injuries.
Yeah, a few injuries.
Yeah, not very pleasant.
No, I've been on crutches this year, and it's been a lot of people with injuries. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay, right. Well, we're going to leave it there for now, and we're going to come back afterwards, and we're
Okay.
going to talk more about some of those injuries, because we're trying to
Okay.
encourage people to play the sport, so
Yeah.
stay where you are. You're watching Estuary News. Coming up later, we visit a garden in Waltham opening its gates for charity, and we find out what you think about the proposals to amend the fox hunting ban. And Richard Morris will bring you the sports news. St Andrew's Hospice organises many fundraising events throughout the year to raise money to help adults and children with life-limiting illnesses. Ted Ford, a keen gardener based in Waltham, has held many open garden events over the years, and this time it'll be his last. He's done well over 1,000 days volunteering for the hospice. Dan Kemp went to find out more and to check out his wonderful garden.
Since retiring, Ted's garden has been a labour of love, and every year he opens his front gates to the public for a local charity. One weekend last summer, he raised around £850 and will look to do the same again this time, looking to go out on a high.
As one gets a bit older, the enthusiasm doesn't wane, but the age does, possibly. So I thought, well, it'd be, to make this our last effort, we've gone for the celebration, actually, of the celebration of VE Day.
Every year Ted offers something different to the viewers. This year, remembering VE Day, he's added the new area. But it's about so much more than gardening to Ted. The hospice he chose to support is close to his heart.
My eldest sister, my eldest brother, my youngest brother and brother-in-law, they've all died from cancer, of some kind of cancer. And so I don't need any other motive, I suppose, to be able to open the gardens if we can raise more funds for the hospice.
After well over 1,000 days lending his time and helping to build the hospice, the courage of those living there resonated with Ted, and that's why he continues his magnificent fundraising campaign.
I was so taken by the courage of the people who attended this on daycares, and so I sort of made that in my mind, I suppose, as the charity that I would like to fund.
And if you want to visit Ted's garden, you can from 11 a.m. on July the 18th and 19th. And on the Sunday, it'll be Ted's 87th birthday. So happy birthday, Ted. Well, still with me are Grimsby ice hockey players, Sam Tyson and Gareth Perry. Now, we were talking before about, obviously, injuries on the ice, and you just said you were on crutches.
Yes.
It's not very good, is it? I suppose that's why you're all thickly padded up, though, isn't it? And why you've got big baggy shirts.
Yeah.
Just to think that these aren't underfed boys. you have, because you've got a amount of padding on. How heavy is that when you're on the ice?
Pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah?
heavy, about extra £30 you're carrying.
Right, that you're carrying around.
Yeah.
And just tell me, how long does a match last?
It's 60 minutes divided into 3 20-minute periods.
Okay, and how long can you last when you're out there then? You don't play for the full 60 minutes, do you, carrying that weight?
No. Realistically, you can last about 45 seconds, maybe a minute.
45 seconds to a minute, and then you come off. Do you go back on later after a rest? You can, so it's
rotate through place,
rotating everybody around. Oh, so you've got to be pretty physically fit, would you say?
I'd say so, yeah.
You need to be. So obviously the club needs new players.
Yeah.
What ages are you looking for?
All ages.
Every age.
Yeah.
Okay, so from what would be the earliest, youngest age you'd want somebody from?
As soon as I can walk, really, yeah. Get on, yeah.
2-year-olds, 3, get them in the club.
Yeah.
And what's the eldest then you would accommodate? Somebody in the like Ted in his 80s?
Probably not that old now. Maybe a little bit younger than that.
Okay. The team itself, is it mainly men?
Yeah, it's mainly men. We do have a couple of younger female players.
Right, and do they play with the men? It's mixed teams?
Yeah, it is mixed teams, yeah.
Heck, I mean, you're saying how brutal it is.
Yeah.
When the girls are playing, are you a bit more like, oh no, we'll be a bit dainty with you, or do the girls bash the heck out of you all?
Yeah, some of the girls are more brutal than we are.
I can imagine. That would be more brutal. So it is open to all ages, and male and female. I presume, really, you want to encourage more women into the sport, do you?
Yeah, anybody who wants to play, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the sport bigger in this country.
So people come along then with no experience, they will get that training. They don't need to know how to play hockey really, or even know how to ice skate.
No, you come on straight from a beginner, and club will teach you everything we know.
Okay, and when do you actually meet? Because we know from the past there are issues with the ice arena and the future of it. So when do you actually have chance to meet?
Well, our training is actually on a Wednesday.
Okay.
And it's all throughout the week, all the different training.
Okay, and is it a costly sport to be involved in?
Yeah, there is quite a big price to it, but...
but you have kit if people want to borrow kit, don't you?
There's spare kit, so you can just come down and have a try.
Okay, brilliant. Well, thank you both for coming in. Good luck, and we'll catch up at some point to find out how you've done. And if you are interested, then you can check out their website for more information. Today should have been the day Westminster voted on relaxing the fox hunting laws in England and Wales. However, it was shelved following Scottish Nationalist Party leader Nicola Sturgeon saying her party would force a delay by voting against the amendment, despite her party agreeing not to vote on issues affecting England and Wales. The leader added it was done as they felt David Cameron was out of touch with the people in England. We took to the streets to find out what your views are on whether the law should have been amended to allow an unlimited number of dogs to flush out a fox for it to be shot.
Whether they should never be culled, you mean? Just leave wildlife alone, I think. Definitely, I've always been passionate about that. Foxes, wolves mainly, but yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. Definitely not. I think there are other more humane ways to get rid of things like that. So.
Oh, fancy born is a fox. I mean, it's not very nice, is it?
When they pull it to pieces, it's terrible.
I think after all, it's just fun for these very rich people. And I do not agree with it. I never have done, because I'm an animal person.
I mean, in a way, it's a good thing, but in another way, now foxes have got too many, the same as badgers have got too many. So I don't know what the answer is. If you bring back fox hunting, it reduces the foxes. It would make it even, but you can't get it that. You can't get a happy medium with it.
It's just a country way of living. I mean, it's been there for a long time, for years now. And why they've just started to do goodies, I think, started to ban them, I don't know, because it is a good sport. Well, I think, because I live in the country anyway, so, and I believe in it. I mean, we're being overrun by them anyway, so they do want cutting down a bit.
We've had a ban, and it's been flaunted by those people that are protected by politicians and those types of people. So, you know, we're just the commoners, you know, having to do as we're told as usual, aren't we?
In some ways I do. I think it's better to shoot them than it is to have the dogs go after them. Right. Because they are getting to be a nuisance, particularly the urban ones.
And next week we'll be asking the question whether it's right that Scottish MSPs vote on English issues. Now, joining me to discuss what's been happening in the world of local politics is Erica Barker. Erica, what has been going on then?
Well, I'm going to start then with Young's Seafood. Now, they lost a salmon contract with Sainsbury's, devastating for them financially.
Okay. Yeah.
It was thought that jobs could go in Grimsby, but bosses have proposed plans to close 2 factories in Scotland. Those factories said to be underutilised.
Okay, so what will that actually mean now for Grimsby?
Well, they're thinking about bringing 200 transferable jobs to Grimsby, but splitting them between Grimsby and Livingston and Annan. Now, good news for Grimsby, not so good for Scotland, but Grimsby and Cleethorpes MPs Martin Vickers and Melanie On, they're going to be meeting with David Cameron tomorrow to discuss this, to see what Grimsby can offer.
Okay, so that is positive, because I know there were fears at the time that there were probably going to be some major job losses for the town, so that's positive. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Anything else that has
okay, then.
been in the news?
So, part of a 15-year plan in Beverley to build 24,000 new homes. Now, 1,900 homes are planned to be built in the south-west of Beverley.
Okay.
Now, the council are urging residents to get in touch and tell them what they think. The fear is that it could affect Beverley's character.
I was going to say, that sounds like a lot of homes.
It does.
And I mean, Beverley it's people go there for the character, and obviously you've got the Westwood on the outskirts, haven't you?
Yeah.
People are being urged now to contact East Riding, is it?
To speak to East Riding Council, get on the internet, get on their website to give their feedback. I mean, this is part of a 15-year plan, so it's not something that's going to happen, you know, overnight.
Yeah.
But the first part of it is the 1,900 homes.
Okay, so yeah, if people want to, then they need to shout about it. Right, thank you ever so much for that, Erica. Short, brief, but we know what's going on. And now it's over to the sports news with Richard Morris.
Grimsby Town beat North Ferriby United 2-1 at the Eon Visual Media Stadium. After a lively half hour, the Mariners took the lead through Nathan Arnold in the 33rd minute after Padraig Armand's shot was blocked by homekeeper Adam Nicklin. Shortly after, Josh Sunter's attempted back pass was intercepted by Ryan Kendall, who equalised for the hosts. In the 72nd minute, the Mariners' second-half substitute John Paul Pittman scored what proved to be the winner as he started a move which ended with him lashing the ball past Nicklin. The win was their third successive pre-season victory. Hull Pirates' new signing Tom Ralph has said that he thinks the Pirates' impact in the English Premier League might surprise other clubs who might perhaps underestimate them. So far, the club have signed 4 players, which includes Ralph, with Dominic Osman, Sam Towner and John Baston. At 7 p.m. this evening, the club are hosting a fans forum at Hull Arena, where they are intending to announce more pieces of the team jigsaw. The Hull derby on Friday between Hull KR and Hull FC has captured the momentum of the city that is on course to break the current record attendance at the KC Lightstream Stadium. The record currently stands at 11,081, which was when the Robins faced Leeds Rhinos in February this year. The biggest crowd for a derby match is 10,250 in 2011, which last night had been beaten. That's all from me for now, and I'll be back with more sports news soon. If you've got any sports news for us, then please email sport@estuary.tv. Bye for now.
And that's it for tonight. We're out of time. Thank you to my guests from Grimsby Ice Hockey Club. If you've a story, details are on the screen. Until tomorrow, good night.
Hello and welcome to Estuary TV's weather. A fine and dry day on Thursday with bright or sunny spells, but cooler near the coast, with a freshening easterly wind developing and maximum temperatures of 21 degrees. A chance of thundery rain on Friday morning, then very windy with possible showers.